In 1900, Argentina was one of the richest countries on Earth. It has since defaulted on its national debt 9 times. The question is not what went wrong. The question is, why does it keep happening? To understand Argentina, you have to start with a fact that most people and genuinely difficult to believe. In 1900, Argentina had one of the highest GDPs per capita in the world, richer than France, richer than Germany, richer than most of Europe. Buenos Aires was called the Paris of South America, and it wasn't flattery. It had wide boulevards, a thriving arts scene, a booming middle class, and an economy growing faster than almost anywhere on the planet. Argentina had everything. Vast, fertile land, the Pampas, some of the most productive agricultural territory on Earth, beef and wheat exports feeding Europe, a massive wave of skilled European immigration bringing capital, education, and ambition. A government that was, by the standards of the time, reasonably functional. If you had asked any economist in 1910 which South American country would lead the continent into the 20th century, every single one of them would have said Argentina. Not one would have predicted what actually happened. 9 times Argentina has defaulted on its sovereign debt. 9 times. More than almost any other country in modern history. The most recent was in 2020. Argentina's decline did not happen in one moment. It happened in a cycle, the same cycle, repeated, with different actors playing the same roles.
1930s. The first break. The Great Depression hits Argentine exports hard. The military takes power. For the next 5 decades, Argentina cycles between elected governments and military coups. 6 coups between 1930 and 1983. Each interrupts economic development. Each leaves the country more indebted and more politically fractured than before. 1945 to 1955. Perón. Juan Perón comes to power with a genuinely popular economic program. Nationalize industries, raise wages, expand social spending. For a few years, it works. Then, it doesn't. Imports surge. Foreign reserves collapse. Inflation begins climbing. Perón prints money to cover the gap. By his second term, the economy is in crisis. He's overthrown in 1955. 1976 to 1983. The dirty war economy. A military junta takes power. It opens Argentina to global capital markets, borrowing heavily from international banks at high interest rates. Foreign debt triples. The money is not invested in productive capacity. It finances imports and capital flight. Argentina's wealthy elite moving money offshore. When the junta falls, it leaves behind a debt crisis the civilian government inherits. 2001, the big one. Argentina pegs its peso to the US dollar throughout the 1990s. It looks like stability. It isn't. The peg makes exports uncompetitive. Unemployment climbs to 20%. The government borrows to cover the gap. In December 2001, it all collapses. The largest sovereign debt default in history at the time. $100 billion. 5 presidents in 2 weeks. Middle-class Argentines lose their savings overnight.
So why does this keep happening? Economists have been asking that question for 80 years. Here is the answer that the data actually supports, not the political version, not the ideological version, the structural one. Argentina has a dual economy problem. Its agricultural sector, beef, soy, wheat, corn, is genuinely world-class and highly productive. It generates the foreign currency Argentina needs to pay its debts and import goods. But the government consistently taxes agricultural exports heavily to fund social spending and urban industry. This creates a permanent tension. The sector that earns the dollars resents being taxed to subsidize everyone else. Every time a government pushes too hard, and they always push too hard eventually, the agricultural sector withholds production, exports collapse, foreign currency dries up,
and the government can't service its debt. Then comes devaluation, then inflation, then crisis. But here is the part that doesn't get enough attention: capital flight. Estimates suggest that Argentine private citizens hold between $250 billion and $400 billion in assets outside the country, in Miami real estate, in Uruguayan bank accounts, in Swiss deposits.